Welcome back to another episode of Just One Fern. Lucas and I here to do a whole lot of talking about a whole lot of nothing. And let me tell you something. Or let me ask you, do you like cheese?
You should like cheese. We have a golden opportunity for you.
It is the best opportunity that has come your way since the recent Lexus Women's History Month sale.
We will eat one slice of cheese for every person that subscribes from here until what subscriber? 1,000?
No, I believe 1,000. Yep, 1,000.
Until we hit 1,000.
Until we hit 1,000 subscribers. If you subscribe and your subscribers are public, so we're able to see that you subscribed, we will write your name on a piece of cheese. And Lucas, what will we do with that piece of cheese?
We will put it in our mouths and consume it.
Mm-hmm. Why is your slice of cheese a triangle?
I'm bad with shapes.
Yeah, it's getting worse. So we'll have a slice of cheese for you, and we will eat it, and we will post the video. We'll do a compilation.
Yeah.
We'll do a compilation of cheese eating videos.
I will puke your name.
You are going to puke.
You can do that.
I don't think I'll puke.
Takes 2 seconds to do this, by the way.
The amount of cheese I can eat is unbelievable.
Yes. Also, if you subscribe and you are private
Mm-hmm.
and you want us to eat a slice of cheese with your name on it,
Screenshot
it.
Send us a screenshot.
Yeah.
Because then we'll know.
Oh, baby.
We'll know.
I'm hungry.
Some of you are probably embarrassed to subscribe, and I understand.
Do it for the cheese.
Do it for the cheese. You get to see us eat cheese, be gluttonous. I love it. I love cheese. I don't need any more cheese, but I love it.
Cheese, please.
Cheese me no likey.
Okay.
That's from Emperor's New Groove.
Is it?
Classic film, yes.
It's a classic film.
We watched it
Yes, we
like
did.
a few months ago.
Yeah.
Which is
It
crazy.
held up really well.
It held up very well.
I thought it was amazing.
It's amazing. It's perfect. It's wonderful.
It blew me away because I remember it being funny as a kid, but I'm like, okay, kid funny. It wasn't.
Right.
It was just funny.
It's just funny.
It's plain. It was like rewatching Napoleon Dynamite for me. I remember not liking Napoleon Dynamite as a kid. Rewatched it, 10 out of 10.
Maybe I should rewatch it then.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because I don't like it.
I hated it as a kid.
Yeah.
We would
I
be
still
on all
don't
the
like
time, and I'd be like, "This is dumb."
Everyone's like, Napoleon Dynamite, that's so good. I don't.
Yeah, and I was always like, "You're wrong.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking
It's
about."
like he was better in the bench warmers.
Yeah, I thought that. I totally thought that.
Yeah.
And then, no, it's gold. It's like cringe gold.
See, that's why I probably didn't like it. And I'm assuming I won't again. But I'll rewatch it.
You should. I
I'll
would love
rewatch
to
it.
rewatch it.
That'd be fun. But yeah, so if you subscribe, we will eat a slice of cheese with your name on it. So please do that. That would help us out a lot.
One tap for one cheese. That's the rule.
Yeah, one tap, one cheese.
Mm-hmm.
The cheese touch.
The cheese touch.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You have been granted the cheese touch.
You have been granted the cheese touch. If you get us, we want you to touch us with your cheese touch.
Oh,
Please touch us.
I'm begging for it.
Please touch us.
Um,
Speaking of food, though, and eating cheese, which I don't need to be eating a lot, I think I'm gonna start like doing more of like a stricter diet, like I was doing in
Really?
Nashville.
cheese diet.
I just need to start like eating better in general. Just from the past few months, I've been just going through so much that I haven't been eating well. But you know who makes it really hard?
Who's that?
It's Taco Bell and McDonald's.
Oh my God.
And here's why they make it hard. Because have you ever looked at their apps, Lucas?
Oh, that's right.
The
Their
app
apps.
is the most brilliant marketing thing in the world. Because here's the thing. Most people are too lazy to even get the app, which I understand and
Yeah.
I get. And that's why certain people just suck at life.
Mhm.
But I'm not lazy enough to not get the app. So I got the app, and the deals that you get is crazy if you order through the app.
Like what?
You get so many deals. You can get like a large soda and like nuggets and fries for like, I don't know, $3 or $4. Like it's crazy the amount of stuff you can get.
Really?
Yeah. And I think there's one coupon where like if you buy a drink, you get a free fry.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like dumb cheap.
I know. And it's the perfect snack. So that's the problem.
Have you
That's
been?
the issue. The box from Taco Bell, it's like $5. You get like a Crunchwrap Supreme, a burrito, a side, and a large drink.
What the fuck?
Isn't it amazing?
That sounds great.
Isn't it amazing? And that's
where you're at.
that's why I look the way I do right now. That's
you
why
know what?
I look larger.
That's not on you, Aaron. First
It's
of
on
all,
them.
I don't know if you look larger.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're certainly more handsome.
My buttons are popping.
Oh, well, we'll see.
These are my
We'll see our
breasts, though.
tailor about that later.
These are my breasts.
I love the idea that they are actually that
Yeah.
big. And
Yeah.
it looks like you have boobs.
I know. It looks like I
That's
have breasts.
great.
I have breasts.
It's all Taco Bell in there, and this one's McDonald's.
I'm getting a boob job. This is what it's gonna look like from now on. Oh,
that's
boy.
great. I want that.
Yeah,
I want that for you.
They're brilliant marketing people. They always have been. They always will be.
So have you been sneaking all this?
I mean, I haven't been
food?
sneaking. I'm usually
I've just
getting
been
it like
missing it.
once or twice a week.
Yeah, I've been missing it.
Yeah,
I've been missing it. Damn.
but it's bad. It's bad.
I want it really bad. You're making me want it really bad.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing is, and I've said this before, and I remember I did. This is actually the first year I didn't do no fast food February.
Oh,
Remember my 2 years before that doing no fast food February? It was great. I don't know why I ever went back to it, but I did. It was like, I think I've mentioned on this show before, like I don't have many addictions in life. Like I don't have many vices, but like food, like fast food is one of them.
Yeah,
It is something that I just
so
like,
good.
I crave it and I like it so much that like I really just want to eat it all the time. It's like that is
It's your vice.
it's my vice. Is like if I'm feeling down or like if I'm not feeling great, I'll just order like a McDonald's burger and it just feels so good when I eat it.
Yeah, dude, I get it.
But then I feel horrible
get it.
afterward. It's in the that's the whole point of a vice, right? It's you feel great in the
Yeah.
moment. Then afterwards you're like, oh,
It
no.
gets you off.
Why did I do that?
You
Why?
get off on McDonald's,
oh.
then you eat it. What?
That was disgusting.
No, I meant eating it gets you off.
Yeah, sure. You didn't mean that. You didn't mean that at all. But yeah, they're evil. I think they're evil, but I love them.
Yeah, no. Well, that's the thing. They know you want it.
Right.
That's understood.
Yeah.
What they know is that you'll pay any price for it.
Anything.
So they make the prices very high. And then you see something like $3 or $4 for
Mhm.
this meal, and you're like, how could I say no?
Right.
What if it doesn't come back?
Yeah.
I want it, and this is justifying it.
Yeah. But the biggest shock to me was when I first moved to the city, back when I did my internship. And I moved and I went to get McDonald's because I was like, man, I literally have no money. Like I'm an unpaid intern. I have no money,
Yeah.
but I want to go eat something. McDonald's is right there. Let me go. I was like, I'll get $1 cheeseburger. Those don't exist in the city. Everything is like minimum like $3.50.
At least, yeah.
Like a McChicken, which
bullshit.
is $1 everywhere else in America,
Yep.
is $3.50 here. So it's crazy.
I don't get McDonald's now because of it.
Right.
Dude,
But with
I would-
the app, with the app, you
Yeah.
get the same deals.
See,
So that's
that's
a
so
problem.
nice. Dude, that's the thing. If I could buy a whole meal for $3, I would
Yeah.
eat anything.
Yeah.
You could put anything in front of me.
Yeah.
Give me the fryer grease for $3. I will drink it.
You would. You would
It
drink
all
it.
tastes like McDonald's.
You're right.
What's the I put it in the freezer and I'd put it
Yeah.
in a shape of a bun.
Right.
And dude, there's your burger.
Right.
It's probably
Well,
better for
and I
you.
told you earlier, I said I was going to order Domino's yesterday. Like I was feeling
Yeah.
Domino's. I was craving it, but I didn't get it. I was proud of myself. I didn't buy it. But the reason I didn't buy it wasn't because I wasn't like hungry or like anything
Mm.
like that. I didn't get it because I know if I got Domino's, it would be like just as expensive for like 2 pieces of pizza as it is if we were to get the family meal from Sicily's Best. And I was like,
Yeah.
if I'm paying $30,
You want
I'm getting Sicily's
why
Best.
wouldn't you get Sicily's?
Because you just get an unbelievable amount of food for so cheap.
That's the thing.
We've
That's
been
what's been
fucking them
keeping me.
over. We have been fucking them over, and I'm proud of us. They
Have we
deserve it.
have we said what happened?
I think we talked briefly about it. Basically, there's this pizza place that online has a deal that no longer exists in real life, and we've
We've been using it.
been using it.
And then they deliver it and they charge more money and we get angry.
Mhm. Well, they did that once because we called. We didn't use
You have to do it online.
right.
And you pay for it online.
Yes,
That's
Mhm.
what's
that's
smart.
where the workaround is.
Yeah.
But it's not bad for like the price that you get. It's
No,
really
it's
not
really
that bad.
I feel like cost has been my best friend as far as eating healthy recently.
Really.
Like not healthy, but eating less.
Mm,
Like so often I'll be like, oh man, I don't want to cook. I'll order something.
yeah.
And then I look online and it's like, oh, this is only $10. And then by the time you're at checkout, it's like
It's like
30
somehow
bucks.
$30. Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do I not tip the driver?
Right.
And
That's
I'm
the
like-
worst part.
And I'm like, there's a delivery fee and
Yeah.
there's a service fee.
Right.
So he's getting paid to deliver it.
There's so many fees, dude.
And I'm like, I don't feel right about not tipping him.
Yeah.
But I can't afford $30.
Right.
Which his tip is 10 of them generally, which is bullshit.
Yep, it's bad.
So
I realized I'm kind of the same way, but there's sometimes when I'm just like, no, it's fine, I'll do it. Like I'll put it on my credit card, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then it catches up to me. I'm like, oh no.
Eventually.
Oh no, it caught up to me. Which actually was gonna bring this up. I knew I was gonna have problems with food and money growing up. Like I knew it growing up. Like in middle school and high school, my parents can attest to this. I would go to lunch with like a lunch that my mom made me, and I'd eat it, and I'd still be hungry, and I would go charge a school lunch to an account, and then I would just eat that, and I would do it all the time, and then they'd call my parents and be like, "Hey, there's this like outstanding balance, like
$300
has been eating food," and my mom was furious. I mean, like so angry. Which is fair, but I would I would just eat 2 lunches every day. Like I was just eating all the time, and
why wouldn't you?
I would eat, and I would be like, "Oh, I'm just charged. That's free money.
Yeah,
you can charge things. That's free money.
I don't have money, and you're gonna let me anyway."
And then you go, and then I was, well, now you have to pay it. Why? Wait, what does charge mean?
They said you're gonna charge it. That means free.
Yeah, that's what I thought at the time.
If charge means free.
Yeah, but I was like, oh no. Okay, well, this is how my life's gonna be. And then it was.
Oh man, dude, I've been getting into fruit and like vegetables, and Aaron hates this. Aaron thinks what I've been doing is disgusting.
Wait, what have you been doing?
Have you seen these figs?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I like figs, but the way you're doing it.
What? See, that's where I'm confused. You like figs, you don't like figs. What is it?
I really like. I love a nice fig Newton.
Well, okay, fig Newtons are delicious.
They're awesome.
I see some fig Newtons in there.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
It's here? No, I didn't buy it.
It's Michelangelo then.
I'm gonna steal.
Dude, you should be. Here's the thing: the inside of a dried fig tastes like the inside of a fig Newton.
Really?
That's what it is. That's all it is. The only difference here is that on the outside of the fig is like the skin or the fiber. It's the part that makes it healthy.
Oh,
but you still get the great. They're delicious. If you're not eating dried figs, you are missing out. They've been my snack the past 3 days.
I guess I should eat them.
Figs. I bought dates.
I need to start getting healthier snacks.
See, that's
because I'm a big snacker.
You're gonna snack,
right? You can't deny that you're gonna.
Can't
snack.
Stop the snack.
I'm going to snack.
You got to get healthy snacks. You got to get raisins. Have been my best friend. Nuts are great.
I do love nuts. But nuts can be unhealthy as well.
Yeah, if you get it with all the sugar and shit on top of it. No, you got to get salted nuts are okay for you. Salt's better for you than sugar. People don't want to say that, but at our age, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the problem is with me is I know what I need to do.
You just don't want to do it.
I love cheese. I love meat. I love sugar.
Dude, don't we? Dude,
I'm addicted. I've said this, but I'm addicted.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I've told you the story about the girl I heard in Fredonia I overheard her talking to her friend, and she's like, I think I'm going to go on a diet. And her friend's like, oh, I have the perfect diet for you. I lost 35 pounds on this diet. She's like, well, oh my God, really? Like, what did you do? Like, how did you lose all that weight? She's like, I cut cheese I cut out cheese completely. What?
Yeah, no.
Are you okay?
No, I just won't. I'd rather be obese.
No, Aaron, think about the amount of cheese she has to eat.
To lose 35
pounds.
That's an insane amount of cheese.
This girl was like 20% cheese.
Yeah. Also, it's definitely not the cheese because, like, the keto diet, you eat cheese.
You eat a lot of cheese.
You eat a lot of cheese in a keto diet.
Yeah.
So something's off. Something was wrong there.
And she was either lying or lying.
For sure lying.
I think lying. Let's go with lying.
Let's go with lying. The first one, not the second one.
But it made me laugh really hard.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I need to start eating healthier. Just in general, I need to eat healthier.
It's tough.
I used to, I was telling you guys the other day that when I was in Nashville, when I was in that streak of just being super healthy, I had nothing else to do. So of course I was focused on my health.
It's a lot easier.
So I was working out once a day. And then also I would just have for dinner, I would have rice, broccoli, and I would rotate every day between salmon and chicken.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And it was great.
I bet you never got tired of that too. I bet it was
I
pretty
didn't
good.
because of one ingredient, one special ingredient.
What is it?
Yum yum sauce.
Yum yum sauce.
I'd put it on my rice. It was the only reason I got excited to eat.
What's yum yum sauce?
It's the sauce at Hibachi. It's like the spicy Asian mayo.
Oh, I love yum yum sauce.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So good.
That's the only
I
reason
forgot
I
about
got
that.
excited to eat that meal. But it worked. It was like the one I was like, I love this thing. So I'm gonna put it in, but everything else is healthy and like
Right.
helps my workouts. So it like elevates. It's okay that I have this like fatty thing in there. And you can get it light too, but
No, wait. Well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. How'd you put it in the rice?
I just poured it in and I stirred it up.
Yes, that's
Like I
fine.
would make the rice and then I'd like put the rice in a bowl, put some yum yum sauce on it,
Right,
stir it
right,
up
right,
with the broccoli in it.
Yo, yeah, I
and
bet
then
that
I'd
was
put
delicious.
the chicken or
On
salmon
top.
on top.
Yeah, I bet that was great. I bet that was fucking great.
I'm gonna go back to it.
You know what isn't great? It's how I felt yesterday.
What do you mean?
Aaron and I had an accidental fun night.
We did have an accidental. Yeah, we got very drunk on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
It wasn't good.
Like
I went to bed and I was like, oh, what a great night.
Yes.
I woke up and was furious. I was so mad.
I didn't even know what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, I woke up the next morning. I went to bed. I'm like, man, that was great. We
Yeah.
all hung out. Why was I so happy? I was so happy all night.
I was loving it. It's like, man, I haven't felt this good in weeks.
I woke up in the morning. I'm like, I haven't felt this horrible in months.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's
My
like
head was
I have
pounding.
food poisoning. Like, what
Yeah,
happened?
you thought you had food
I
poisoning,
really
which is
did.
crazy. But why?
I didn't think I'd gotten drunk. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
why.
right.
I think
You
I
had- you
just
got
thought
a
I
new
was
beer.
tired. Well, I got a new beer. It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's with a pink elephant on it. It's called Delirium.
And that right there is why you're an idiot. It's called delirium.
I
And you were
known.
like, I'm not gonna get drunk off
shoulda
this.
known. I had in my head, I had 2 beers over like 4 hours.
Right.
In my head.
Mhm.
This is not what happened.
Which you did technically.
Technically, I did have 2 beers.
Yeah.
And I had a dinner within 2 hours,
Yeah.
4 hours. The catch is the beers were larger.
Tall boys.
They were tall boys. So really, I had the equivalent of 3 beers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another beer more than I thought I
Yeah.
had. And then the next morning, I went and I looked at them. They're not a normal alcohol percentage. These babies are like 8.5, 9%.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of them is a double beer.
Yep.
So in reality, I had the equivalent of 6 beers. And I thought I had 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was so fucked.
That's why you were so fucked.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the point where I was like, maybe I'll have another one
Yeah.
in my head because I was like, well, it's only 1. I could have 2.
Yeah. I got
I had
these.
3. Maybe
Yeah.
I should have 6.
You should have
What's
6.
that
You should have 6
decision?
next time. I had basically these canned Moscow mules.
Yeah, those are really good.
And they were delicious. And they were just so good that I just kept drinking them.
That's what happens.
I couldn't even tell that they had alcohol in them. I was like, God, this is amazing.
That's where it gets you. If
Yeah.
you're drinking like alcohol,
Mhm.
you're like, oh, I better slow down.
Yeah.
But those tasted like soda.
It was delicious. I loved every moment of it.
We have to get those again.
Yeah, we do. I got to go back and get them. They're so good. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy. Of course, we wake up.
And then we had a great night. We had a
just
great
feel
night.
like-
We were
I feel like
palling
ass.
around.
We were watching roasts. The Comedy Central.
Yeah, we were. I was dying. I was
Those were so
dying to
good.
those roasts. They're very funny.
I forgot how good a roast is.
Yeah,
I'm still mad I wasn't at yours.
I know. And Aaron, I would roast you. I would do a roast for you, but you'd hate that.
I would hate it.
That's the thing. Your birthday's coming up. I'd love to do something for you.
Not a roast.
I can't do it.
Not a roast.
Not anything.
Nope.
You wouldn't like anything.
That's fair.
Anything.
Anything not
Part of me wants to do it anyway. Because fuck you.
a
But-
roast?
No, just like
Oh,
something. But you're not a surprise guy. I hate surprises.
throw me out the window.
That's what we throw him off the roof. Throw him up. The party's going
Wish
crazy.
we could throw me off the roof.
Huh?
We could throw me off the roof. We get yelled at for being up there, but we could throw me off.
Yeah, you want us to go down? How about now? I feel like an Aziz
We
movie.
jump.
You like this?
You happy now?
Yeah, I like this.
You happy now? That's funny.
I hate you.
Yeah, man. The roof is crazy.
The roof
Love
is
the
crazy.
roof.
We'll be back on the roof.
At some point, we'll be
I
back.
had this fantasy earlier today about sunbathing nude on the roof. Why not? What?
Fantasy?
Not a fantasy, but like I was like I had a daydream.
You were fantasizing about yourself, huh?
Well, look at those. Look at that pair of kiwis down there. What
Look
are they
at
doing?
this. Look at this guy.
We better raising them
Loving
up.
himself. What's that like?
Anyway, there's no reason the tan should stop at your waist. I was proud of this. One of my first jokes where I'm like, I want to do. I think I want to make people laugh more.
Okay.
I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of myself. It's not very funny.
Okay.
It's not very funny, but I was so proud of myself. And I remember a girl had asked me, she's like, do guys find tan lines unattractive? And I said, no, they just highlight where all the important bits are. Isn't that awful? Isn't that horrible?
It's so bad. It's terrible.
I said it serious like that.
It's so gross.
It's
dude.
disgusting.
The way you said
Dude,
it. It's
I
like,
think a middle schooler saying this about a
God. That's not
Dude.
surprising. In middle school, you are just a devious bastard.
You are
but
devious.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And people laughed. People laughed because they're in middle school and they're like, I've never heard anything that clever.
Yeah. No, that's fair. The bar is on the floor.
Literally on you. The bar is, I'm going to say a word a weird way.
Yes.
And that's
then
the
everyone
funniest
will
thing I've
start
ever
laughing.
heard.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to say a word you're not supposed to say. And then everyone's like, oh, wow. That's so funny.
Look at the fucking character.
Oh, my God. That's so funny. That's exactly what happens. Everyone starts like crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Like I did nothing.
No, yeah, you do nothing.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
And now we're here.
And no
we're
one's
speaking
watching.
on a podcast. No, we
Except
got
for you-
145.
We do have 145.
145.
We've been blowing up.
We've been blown up,
Relatively.
which I like it. And then we're gonna have the cheese.
So I guess subscriber 146 is our first cheese head.
Our first cheese head. Welcome. I gotta rip into you real quick.
Yay! What did I do?
The coffee filter.
That's
I come out. I'm gonna put a picture of it in because I have a photo.
You did take a picture.
I
That's
come out
bad.
in the morning to make the coffee as you know one does, and I open it up, and there's just a whole lot of coffee grounds sitting in there, but no filter. And luckily, there's like a built-in little like holder thing, so it doesn't all go into the coffee.
filter. It's a
But
filter.
I know for a fact that if you must have been zooming for like, there's no way there weren't like grounds in your coffee.
There surprisingly were few grounds in my coffee.
Because I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. I got very mad. I was like, who did this?
You
I
were
was
pissed.
Scraping it out of there.
was
I
it
was, like,
stuck? Was like caked
shaking
on
it
and
in
shit?
Yeah, and I like dumped it, most of it in the sink. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I need coffee
Dude,
right now.
it's a bad mistake.
It's
to
a bad
make.
mistake.
It's embarrassing to say the least.
Right.
And I remember doing it after you sent it to me. My
Yeah.
first reaction was like, who would do such a thing? How could we let this happen
Yeah.
in our own apartment? In our own
Well, because I was like, who
yeah.
could have done this? And you were like, oh.
And
it was me.
I immediately I was like, and then after I did that, I was like, wait, no.
Yeah.
You couldn't have.
Yeah.
Not anybody but you. I
It's
felt
like
betrayed
Dr.
by
Jekyll
myself.
waking up after being
Yeah.
Mr. Hyde. You're like,
That's what it was. Because,
oh my
dude,
God.
I remember it was like 8:30 in the morning
Mhm.
because I've been trying to wake up early. Very difficult for me.
Yeah,
I am a zombie.
you're right. You are.
I'm not even don't talk to me until after I've had my coffee. You can try to talk to me.
Mhm.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's not
Which is
I'm not
good
angry.
because you're working by talking to people.
That it's this morning somebody got really upset with me because I clearly didn't understand what they were saying. And I really wanted to be like, I just woke up. I have no idea what's going on.
You should have been. That would have made them definitely happier.
Oh, they would have loved that. They would have loved that.
They would have loved it.
And I remember in my zombified state, I was like, I gotta make the coffee. Aaron makes the coffee every fucking morning. Gotta do this for him. I fucked up. And Aaron ended up.
You know that like
You ended up
I
getting
ended up
Dunkin'
just-
anyway,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I just made it. I just remade it.
Oh, did you remake it?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you didn't. It was from the day before.
Right. So the day before, you had gotten Dunkin',
Yes. Yeah.
and I was
I
like,
had a gift card. And stuff.
yeah, which is fair. Oh, you got a gift card.
Well, it was from Christmas. I just forgot I had it.
I love that.
Yeah. When you find it, you're like, oh, nice. But you do know coffee's the easiest thing in the world to make, right? That and eggs.
Coffee and eggs. Yep. No wonder they're breakfast food.
Yeah.
They're too easy.
Dude, I can't keep talking about food. I'm like, I love it.
Dude, all day I get cravings.
Yeah. All I've eaten today was eggs, actually.
Really?
Mhm.
An egg day.
I had eggs for lunch.
You've only had lunch?
Yeah.
You haven't had dinner?
No.
Do you plan to have dinner?
Yeah, probably.
What do you have?
I don't know.
That sounds good.
I might have a pretzel.
Oh, those.
My problem is I
those
keep
ones?
forgetting to thaw shit. And here's why I keep
Dude, me
forgetting to
too.
thaw stuff. Because our sink sucks.
Our sink does suck.
And that's why I keep forgetting to thaw things. Because usually there's a spot to thaw. If you have a double sink,
Mm-hmm.
spot to thaw, spot to do everything else. And there's no spot to thaw.
And there's no spot to do everything else either.
There's no, there's no spot
Sometimes.
for anything.
A lot of times there's no room in there.
Yes.
Which is a whole other issue.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, so we need to
yeah.
find out how to thaw
Wyatt
things
was telling
better.
me about doing thawing in the microwave. You can de-thaw in the microwave.
Yeah, but I don't trust
I
it.
also don't trust it. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
I want Mother Nature to take care of.
It's like people who put the fucking wrap in the microwave over their food.
The plastic
yeah,
wrap?
If you put plastic wrap over your food in the microwave, you're a psychopath. Okay,
you are
trust
dying.
that?
You are dying. You are
You're
killing
going to
yourself
die.
actively.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cellophane. You put cellophane
Yeah.
to cover something? No.
No, I'm not putting anything called cellophane in a microwave.
That's about I'd much sooner sell my body
Right.
than cellophane.
You might as well just put it in like a fucking metal spoon. Turn it on.
Actually, I've heard
That's all that would happen.
and that's what's happening inside your body.
Right.
If you think about it. You microwave that shit. It drips in, it
Microwave that shit.
plastics.
Yeah.
That shit?
That's what you said. You said you microwave that shit.
So what's wrong with that?
I'm just wondering.
My verbiage? You know, like my prose?
Well, shit in this case was a noun, not a verb.
Wait, are you shitting me?
That's a verb.
Okay. What about shittingly?
Shittingly?
It's an
You're
adverb.
using an adjective.
ad-
No. Shittingly? You're
Shitting-
describing something, right?
So it's something that is active. Shittingly would be an adverb, and adjective shit. Shit is an adjective.
Shitty.
You have a shit. You are
Shitty is an adjective.
You are a shithead.
No, like if you're being shitty.
You are shitty.
Or
You're
the meal
smelly
was
or
shitty.
Yeah, but shittingly. I shit. It's called.
You're killing me right now.
I shittingly talked to the customer on the phone. I did a poor job.
Yeah, you did. You're doing a bad job right now.
How you doing?
Dude, the only reason I know what like verbs are and like parts of speech is from learning French.
Really?
Yeah. Like I didn't really ever understand English that well until I started to also learn French.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because in French, your brain is, when you start learning a language, like at least in public school, you have already had years of education on English. So your brain is a little more developed. And then you're thrown back to like as if you were a baby in France. Like you're being taught from the bottom. And it's like, wait a minute, that's why that means this in English. Right. So you like kind of compare the two.
It makes you a lot smarter, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard a guy on stand up once. He was like, just because you know more languages doesn't mean you're smarter. It just means you can more people know you're dumb.
I guess so.
I'm doing it poorly.
Oh, but I disagree.
He's like, more people, you can say more dumb shit to more people.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Which
I feel like if you know a lot of languages, though,
you're probably
very smart. I don't know if you're like socially smart, but you're definitely a smart person.
Right.
If you're able to comprehend multiple languages,
that's kind of cool. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
You know where I learned my verbs, nouns, and everything from? Mad Libs. I love a good Mad Lib.
I do love Mad Libs. Whatever happened to Mad Libs?
We grew up, I think.
Yeah, like I just remember being like obsessed with Mad Libs on a car trip, on a road trip. Right? You would sit with your family, you would do Mad Libs, but I would only find the booklets in a gas station.
Yeah.
I never once found a Mad Lib anywhere else. Maybe at like the Scholastic book fair.
The book fair, always at the book fair.
At the book fair, I was only focused on two things.
Anywhere else. What were we focused on at the book fair?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, of course. You got to get the new.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and then the Guinness Book of World Records.
Dude, Absolutely.
That were the only two things that I was actually focused. Maybe Captain Underpants here and there, but besides that, it was mainly just that.
Dude, you'd be like talking to your friend. You're like, dude, I think Joey's gonna win the hot dog eating competition this year. Are they gonna put him in the book?
Yeah.
And then you open up the book and there's like some other dude. You're like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa, the longest video game?
Yeah.
What?
And then you keep flying. You like see
Longest
the longest fingernails,
Yeah.
and you vomit. Yeah, I remember those specifically. Like, those were so gross, dude. The Scholastic Book Fair was one of the coolest things in like elementary school and middle school.
Dude.
It was the best. It was like the best day of the year.
It was, but yeah,
It was almost like an assembly.
and your parents
better.
would give you like $5,
Yeah.
and you're like, I want to buy everything.
Yeah.
But I can get one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
And you'd walk around the whole time, and by
Yep.
the end, you're like, I don't know what to buy.
I don't know. Yeah,
Well, you end up buying Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
of
but
course.
you can't afford the Guinness Book of World Records
No,
because they're all
that's what-
hardcover for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, always hardcover. The Guinness Book, that was like so expensive. Like nobody ever bought it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You got excited to go look at it because it was the Scholastic Fair, but nobody ever had one because you couldn't afford it.
No, yeah. It was like the big prize. Like
Right.
if a kid bought that
Mhm.
at school, like he'd be king for the day.
Right.
Like if it would
He'd be king until high school.
yeah.
And then he would just transition into a different kind of coolness. Like he would already have established coolness.
Right. So at first he had the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
Now he has like the best Facebook profile.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
I guess
I'm
that's the
coming up with stuff.
pipeline.
I've lost my. What else would he have? Who would that guy be now?
The guy with the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know. He'd probably be like in the X Games.
Yeah. He would be in the X Games because he'd be like.
Yeah. He'd be
a
like
rich-
he'd be like Travis Pastrana.
I think I know who that is.
Mm-hmm. Dirt bike guy.
Yes. My friend from high school liked him.
He's
a lot.
now in NASCAR, which is a weird
Really.
pipeline as well. I guess it just makes sense.
2 wheels just wasn't enough.
Well,
for
if you're
him.
cool in high school, you can't be cool as an adult.
No.
Like I
No,
feel like
that's-
there's only one point in time when you're allowed to be cool.
You peak.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Everyone peaks.
everyone peaks.
I've peaked.
Yeah, me too.
And now we're here.
And I'm okay with that.
Honestly,
If I hadn't peaked yet, this podcast would be worse.
that's true. It's nice being post peak.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we can coast a little harder
Yeah.
than most people.
Yeah, I agree. We've been through it, so we know.
What if we peak again?
Oh, a double peak.
Those are rare.
Yeah, those are rare.
Our
A
life
double
would be a
peak.
camel.
You
2
never
humps.
hear about double peaks.
And few people do. You know who's double peaked?
Who's this?
Robert Downey Jr.
I was gonna say Robert Pattinson.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
Double peak.
If your name is Robert, you are in for a treat.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a Robert thing. If your
Right.
name is Robert, you get a second peak.
You get a second chance.
Robert Duvall, second peak.
Did he have one?
Yeah, he did Kicking and Screaming. That's a peak.
That is definitely a peak. I've never seen
Um,
it.
Trying to think of other Roberts.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
He-
He's kind of never stopped peaking.
No, he hasn't. I think he dipped a little bit in like the early 2000s, then he came back up. It's like for a year.
Yeah,
Then he did Meet the Fockers.
he's still up there, I think.
No, Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers. Yeah, he is still up there.
Yeah, he's gonna play Sebastian Maniscalco's dad
In what?
in Sebastian's new movie,
That's awesome.
The Italian.
Italian.
I love Sebastian.
I'm
You're telling me that the sky is gonna eat the pasta without the sauce? That's my Sebastian.
That's really good. I do an incredible impression of my cousin with the exact same words.
Really?
The exact same words.
Like you gonna
You
eat the
can't.
pasta?
No, you can't eat the pasta without the sauce.
That's
Wait,
basically the same
That's
thing.
same. Wait, hold on. I'm.
You're just doing.
Hold on. No,
you're
I did a
doing me
very.
doing
I
Sebastian.
just did you. I just did him.
You're doing
him
me
as
doing
you.
Sebastian.
Him.
Do your cousin.
Oh, my cousin.
Is this the cousin you're?
I can't remember it. I'm his best man
Yeah, I
at
was
his
gonna say
wedding.
it's the best
I'm
man.
his best man at his wedding. I can't do his impression anymore. I used to do it for the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be dying and he'd leave.
Well, you got to prepare it for the wedding.
Don't you tell him. Do not tell. He doesn't listen. Don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
A lot of my family watches this.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
tell
tell
him.
him.
I'm doing it.
Zoom me in.
I'm so
don't tell
happy
him.
to be marrying. you.
Zoom me in.
This is gonna be great.
Don't tell him. Don't.
Do we zoom
Don't
in?
tell him. Zoom me in.
Uh,
Don't tell.
don't tell him.
Don't ask them. Look at me. Zoom me in. Don't tell him.
Don't talk to me while you're talking. To them. Don't look at
this
them
is-
while
there
you're
are two
talking
different
to me.
conversations happening here.
Yeah.
You don't tell them.
Don't tell them.
You zoom me in.
We zoom in.
They don't know.
They don't know. We don't.
You
Don't
zoom
tell
me
them
in,
that I'm zooming.
They
you
don't
in.
tell them.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we figured that out. Okay. So the L train was down again this weekend, of course. And I was taking the bus down to Dave. So I went to a New York Red Bulls game, which was incredible, by the way. It was so much fun as a soccer team. I went to a soccer game. I'm a big Nashville fan. They were playing Nashville, so I went because Nashville is like the reason I got into like Major League Soccer.
Right.
So I supported them and I was going, but I might be a Red Bulls fan when I'm not supporting Nashville because they're just
Really?
very fun. Like the environment reminded me a lot of the environment in Nashville, but in Nashville it's way more intense. I'm just gonna say that it's way more intense, which doesn't make any sense.
For soccer?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that really surprises me.
It's really great down there.
I wouldn't think Nashville would be into soccer.
There's a shockingly high amount of Latino culture.
Oh, I guess that makes sense then.
So there's like some really, really fucking awesome like parties that would happen and like tailgates that would happen before like the games and stuff. They built a brand new stadium, like it's huge.
Oh, okay.
But so these guys are really great. My first point on what a whirlwind of a night.
Mhm.
I was with Dave almost the whole time, but on my way down to Dave, I happened to notice something, and it was a sign on a building. We were driving by, and I had a double take. I was like, "What is that?" There was a sign on a building that said "Adult Daycare," or no, Adult Day Center.
Oh, Adult Day Center.
Adult Day Center.
ADC.
What could that mean?
You think it's like daycare for adults?
I think so. I think that's what it has to be. There's nothing. If it's anything else, there's something illegal going on.
like what?
Well, it has to be someone that is maybe too old to take care of themselves, and it's kind of like you drop your kid off at daycare, you drop your elderly family member at adult daycare.
Hey, can you drop Grandpa off at ADC later?
Right? Yeah. It's like not you. It's like you don't want to put them in a home fully, but you want to get rid of them during the day because they can't be alone.
I ate that place last week. Charlie stole my lunch. He stole it. All my tapioca. It's gone. He ate it.
I kind of hope that it's that.
Come on, that'd be so funny.
Because that's like you're just reverting back to being a kid in high school or like even in like middle school or something. You have to go in and like see all these people that you don't like and like maybe you make one or two friends and
that'd be great.
Hey, lunchtime. I just think of some guy from the 50s who's so old right now, just walks up to someone else, give me your lunch money.
Oh yeah, or what? Or this. And he pulls out a switchblade.
Yeah.
Get loose, punk.
He pulls out a switchblade, and then on the other end, it's a comb.
Yeah.
And he runs it through his hair, gets stuck. He's like, help. Help.
I put too much
grease in my hair.
Grease in my hair.
But it has to be that, right?
I'm
if it's not
thinking-
that, it has to be pornography.
Yeah, like adult.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's like a gentleman's club, but for the daytime.
Oh
my God.
Adults,
that's a whole nother kind of depressed.
I want adults to take care of me. That's what they're saying, right? Was there any clues?
You think it's a spa? No.
No clues?
Everything around it was in Asian lettering.
Oh. But that was English.
I'm
assuming you can't read
well, I don't know if it was like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Mandarin. Like I don't know what it was.
Some sort of.
It's definitely Asian. I don't know of what
some
origin.
sort of written language.
Yes, but then it just said adult
origin unknown,
which makes me think it is not a problematic spot. I feel like it is just like maybe they don't know. They just think this is what it is. This is an adult day center, and that's all that it is. But it's strange.
I hope
I've never seen that before.
What if it's both?
Could be both.
What if it's Grandpa goes to work for the porn industry? He's a fluffer. But his arthritis is killing him.
Grandpa, what do you do during the day? I'm a fluffer. Well, I can't talk about it here, guys.
Well, it really aggravates my arthritis, but I put this stuff on my hands, makes it all better.
Probably
use a CBD oil.
No matter what, it probably smells horrible in there.
Either way, it
Yeah,
stinks.
but nothing smells worse, or nothing has ever smelled worse in my life
Then,
than the urinal at the stadium
oh no,
of
what
the
happened?
Red Bulls.
Really? What?
I knew there was going to be an issue when there was a line outside of the men's room to use it. I was like, something's weird. This shouldn't be
Never
the
good.
case at a stadium.
Yeah.
We finally get in there. We've been waiting in line for a while. We have to pee, and everyone has to pee. We realize why the line is so long. It's because there's 2 urinals. And for a stadium,
that's ridiculous.
That's fucking
One
crazy.
stall?
1 stall, 2
What were
2
they
urinals.
thinking?
The floor was soaked.
Well, that's because people are pissing on it.
They were
I bet.
peeing everywhere. So much pee. But here's the thing. And Dave said this too. We're used to, like, when you walk into a bathroom and it smells bad, you like kind of know what it is. Like, you're like, all right, it's like someone's pooping, or like there's maybe someone threw up. Like, you know those
like
stenches. You know what a bad like smell is. This was a new one. I had never smelled this before in my life. It was strictly coming from the urinal, and it must have been like old, stale, gross piss on the floor and in the urinal, like not flushing correctly.
Oh God.
But it was like Dave and I left, and he said, that's the worst smelling bathroom I've ever been in my life. And I said, yeah, me too. It was insane how horrible like it smelled. It was as if they had never cleaned it before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like,
Do you think
I don't know how it happened, but it was awful.
Do you think one person could have made that smell?
Well, that's what I'm nervous about. I hope it's just like no one ever cleaned it, because if it's one person, that person's gonna die.
They're dead.
That person's
a dead
going
man
to
walking.
die.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's bad.
Did it look? It looked dirty.
It looked
right?
horrible.
Okay.
And
yeah.
like I wanted to throw out my shoes just from standing where I was standing. I was like, this is disgusting.
You didn't wear your Adidas, did you?
Well, I wore my crap ones.
Okay.
The ones I wear around.
The ones that are meant for that bathroom.
Yeah, right.
Which
we all have.
We all have.
We all have bad shoes.
My bad shoes are my nice shoes. It's my issue.
That makes what?
I have one pair of shoes.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
One
makes
pair.
me mad. I'd buy you a pair of shoes.
You'd buy me a
You
pair of
wouldn't wear
shoes?
it.
Why not?
Because they'd be seen you wear the Heelys.
I wear the Heelys.
Never.
Where do I go? You want me to wear my Heelys to practice?
You don't want to walk out? Yeah. Actually, yes. Wear them on stage.
That'd be sick.
I know that'd be sick.
Guitar solo. Woo, 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 woo. Start spinning around. That'd be fucking awesome.
I'm just saying it'd be awesome.
I really like those Heelys.
Well, yeah, don't show it.
Well, I'm sorry. The last time I wore them, I was walking somewhere and somebody offered to come with me, and they wanted to have a really serious conversation, and I was like, they're like very emotional, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds tough, man. Anyway, that was going. Okay,
that's like handing you a Rubik's Cube and saying, let's have a deep emotional conversation.
Yeah.
Your brain can't handle that.
Yeah. Did you try putting the blue in? Did you ask them about how?
Yeah, no, but it was terrible, Lucas. It was such a horrible smelling bathroom. So if we ever go, which we will, because it's the cheapest tickets in New York.
How much?
It was like $20.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in.
Yeah. It's so much fun. Soccer
and they're the Red Bulls. There's Red Bull.
The Red Bulls, yes. There's a lot of Red Bull.
I'd love to get a big thing of Red Bull.
I was hoping that you'd get a free one for getting in. You don't. But
well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Why name it Red Bull Stadium?
Right. But it's cool. Like their logo is awesome, and like their shirts are cool.
They got the wings.
They're just not that good. But yeah, it's disgusting, and I'm gonna make you smell it one day.
I'd love to.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna not drink water for a week so I can add to the smell.
You might as well.
You ever have that? You don't drink for a while, and then your piss smells like.
Oh yeah, like if you drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
And you don't also counter it with water.
Yeah. You get caca-pee.
You get caca-pee.
Caca-pee. Last night, I got home at 1 a.m.
1?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I had practice at 11:30. It ended at 11:30.
Ended at 11:30. Wait.
And I got home at 1. Do you want to guess why?
Was the L down?
No.
Oh.
Everything was working perfectly. Except for up here.
Oh no. Did you get on the wrong train?
I purposefully got on. I did get on the wrong train also. So here's what happened is I left a 25-pound weight in Sean's car. and he needs to get it fixed. So it's not working right now. So I went. I
Wait,
took
what?
So I went to Sean's place after practice to
Okay.
go pick up a 25-pound dumbbell.
Oh.
And in my brain, I was like, yeah, that's no big issue. Should be quick. Takes a half hour to get to his place from 11:30.
Okay.
I'm there at 12.
Okay.
And then it takes an hour to get back because I'm carrying an extra 25 pounds in my hand, and my fucking pedal board in my other hand,
Yeah.
which is also 25 pounds, and a
Mhm.
guitar on my back.
Yeah.
And every five steps, I have to go and like
Mhm.
stop. And I looked like a maniac, by the way. You ever
Yeah,
see
of
somebody
course.
carrying a huge suitcase
Yeah.
and a 25
That's me
pound weight?
walking through. Well, I mean, that's me at Christmas walking through the city. Like,
Yeah, with all your shit in it.
yeah, when I moved out of the city and I had 2 giant suitcases and 2 backpacks on.
Oh my God,
It's
did you?
terrifying. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't get jumped.
I should have. I wish someone had. Just saying.
I
Just
wish
saying.
I wish they'd got me.
Yeah.
I wish I got. But I wouldn't have fucked with me.
Yeah.
You see a guy,
Carrying a dumbbell.
he will fuck me up.
Yeah.
That guy, and
He'll use it.
I kind of wanted to.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping somebody would fuck with me, and I'd go.
There you go.
This. And they'd
This
go.
guy
Okay,
can't-
that's his wallet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
see
wait,
later.
Can I take this, please?
So it took me then an hour to get back because I to get to the L from the M, you go to Broadway Junction. And I was like, okay, I'll go to Broadway Junction and then I'll transfer back to the L. But the M was like, it stopped. It was like taking a while. It's like, okay, we're going to clean, then we're going to go. And the J comes by and I see the J and I look on it and it says, oh, it also goes to Broadway Junction.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, I'll hop on the J. And it's taking a while. And I'm like, oh, weird. So I look at my phone. They don't go the same way at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 stops called Broadway Junction. Why would they do this? There's 2, the same exact, and they
Are there 2?
and they both transfer to the L. So they both said Broadway Junction L on the bottom. So I went an extra like 20 minutes out of the way because they're supposed to have the same. I knew the stop.
doesn't make
They
any
just
sense.
happened to fucking call it the same thing and had transferred to the same place, and I got home late. I looked like a maniac.
Part of me thinks that's your fault.
It is.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same
It
page
is.
there.
Well, I couldn't pick up the weight until like next week.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to wait.
Yikes.
I didn't want to wait for the wait.
We made 80s pop songs.
They're okay.
They're okay.
They're very okay.
They're just okay.
They're supposed to be happy.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not.
I haven't heard his, but I know mine is. I mean, it's happy-ish.
Mine's happy.
Mine's more like love.
Mine's upbeat. Mine's very upbeat.
Mine's like kind of upbeat. Yeah.
Who went first last time?
I did.
You did. So it's my turn to go first.
Correct.
Okay. So
Get explaining.
I'll get explaining. So
Okay.
I was excited about this because I have zero experience with 80s pop.
Yeah.
So I had to do a deep dive.
Mhm.
And I was very nervous because you know a lot.
Yeah.
You like 80s pop a lot.
Mhm.
So I was like, I gotta overcompensate. So I did a little bit with the production. A
Okay.
little bit. I tried not to use guitar at all.
Good.
I ended up using it
Of course.
because I struggled. It doesn't sound like a guitar where I used it,
Oh, okay, cool.
which is good. You wouldn't even know.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like one of those like shitty orchestra hits that you'd find on every Casio keyboard.
Oh. Broom.
Bow!
Yeah.
Yeah. Bow! Yeah. So my inspiration was I listened to Phil Collins, something about a jacket. This is the name of the album. No jacket required.
Okay.
Something like that.
Which song?
That was the album.
Oh, the whole album.
I was listening to the album.
Oh.
Sucio.
Susudio.
Sucio.
It's Susudio, but yeah.
Susudio. Okay, I didn't listen to it a lot.
If I just say the word. Susudio. Yeah.
It's so good. It's
I love
so
that song.
good. I listened to that.
I just love Phil Collins in general.
He's amazing.
Take Me Home is probably my favorite song.
Yes, I was playing that in the
Something
bathroom.
Happened on the Way to Heaven.
And Aaron texted me. He's like, "That's my favorite Phil Collins song."
Mhm. Well, because everything you do in the bathroom, I can hear.
Have you heard Cassie and his conversations in there?
No.
He's just saying that.
No, I genuinely like, unless like, well, because most of the time I do have like headphones in or something.
Oh, okay.
But
if
if
you
I'm
don't,
if
you can
I'm
hear
just
everything?
like
You can hear me singing.
typing away, always.
Was it annoying?
When I was working on the song earlier, I said out loud, but you didn't hear me. I said, "Shut up."
Did you
Yeah.
really? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I did hear you scream though.
Mm.
I heard you go, yes.
Yeah. That's because I got a sound I wanted.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so back
Mhm.
to the song.
Okay.
My main goal was to try to nail the production.
Okay.
That was my main goal.
Okay.
Then my second goal was I haven't liked my melodies with
Mm.
these so far besides the very first one.
Mhm.
So I wanted to make a melody that I liked.
Okay.
Those are my two goals.
Okay.
Here's the catch.
Okay.
I had no time for lyrics.
Right.
So, and I had no time to redo any of the vocal parts.
Yeah.
So I wrote them, and that's what we're hearing. And then I
Mm.
put a tuner on it.
Okay.
So what I'm singing is random words that come to my mind.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Gotcha.
When you hear this.
I'm excited because I love Phil Collins.
I think I went very Phil. And then the last thing I'll say is I studied the production a little bit, and I manually made what's called a gated reverb on my
Mhm.
snare and my kick.
Mhm.
And I think it sounds great.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm excited. What's it called?
Fill in the blank.
I like that. Perfect.
Because Phil Collins.
Yeah.
She taught me how. She taught me how to breathe. She told me
jump
no.
It is the jump set.
She told me I can't read. 'Cause no one hurt you.
It's just jump.
It's like
isn't it?
this is like a.
No one broke your
Sound like
heart.
I'll take
No
Bowie. I don't
one
know if he did.
saved you.
Well, no, I'm saying like your voice sounds like.
One breaks your heart. You can feel it in your heart. You can feel it from the start. You can take it on the train. You can take it on the plane. On the train, make it rain. She taught me how.
I thought that was that.
She taught me how to breathe. She told me no. She told me I can't read.
I respect it.
No one hurt you. No one broke your heart. No one saved you. No
Put the sound of
one
the
breaks your heart. You can feel it in your heart.
Yeah.
You can feel it from the start. You can take it on the train.
Can you?
Yeah.
You can take it on the plane. On the train, make it rain.
I also had a bridge I wrote, but I didn't have time.
It's not in there.
I didn't have time.
I love it. That's amazing. I thought it was very good. They kind of actually, it was this weird, like your voice was this like almost like mix between David Bowie and Bruce Springsteen, and then
I was going
everything-
for Springsteen.
It's very
Yeah, yeah.
Springsteen, and then everything else was very. It was like you had the jump synth in
I
there.
did have the jump
You
synth.
had like the beat that would be in like a Susudio.
Yeah.
You had some like Journey parts in there. It was like a whole conglomeration of stuff.
And that's why I think it's not as good as it could be. Is because
Yeah.
it feels too general.
But I
You know
but
what
I
I
like
mean?
well that's what we were going for.
Is
We
what
were
we're
just
going
going for 80s.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
the
80s.
same way about mine. Like I just went too general with it. I used a bunch of
Right.
sounds that were from the 80s. I used a bunch of
Yeah.
styles that were from the 80s. If we had more time, or if we just worked on them sooner, like we would have
Yeah.
we would have done so much better with them. But I did find a lot of sounds where I was like, oh, this would be fun to use. Like just in
Oh,
an
good,
actual
good.
song, you know? Because I have this like analog lab plugin. that
Oh,
has,
I've
like,
heard
a
that's really
bunch
good.
of fucking 80s things in there. It was really nice. But I liked yours a lot. I thought it
Thank
was
you.
very good. I think you nailed the 80s,
Yes.
which I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You did it.
That was very hard for me.
Yeah.
I tried really hard.
You did it. I'm proud of you. It's very good. Yeah, I thought everything you did was spot on.
Spot on. Spot on.
Spot on, dude.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. So I actually went a very different way.
Good.
So
We
I
always
found.
do. I don't think we've gone the same way.
Yeah,
once.
yeah. You're right. We haven't.
I like that.
That's nice.
I like that.
So basically for mine, I went with I found this one synth that reminded me of the happy parts of Stranger Things.
Ooh.
When like the sound specifically, which I did find the Stranger Things synth, by the way.
Really?
I found that one. So I'm
That's
gonna
sick.
use that at
Yeah,
some
you
point.
fucking got it.
But I found other ones that were like the happy parts of Stranger Things when they would like play. I found a beat that was very similar to I Want to Dance with Somebody, but I slowed it down a little bit. Because it basically just became about love. And then I used a little bit of vocoder attached to my
Ooh.
voice.
Oh, did you really?
And
That's a great idea.
That's about, I'm trying to think, that's about it for
I'm really
what
excited.
I did. Oh, I used a classic plucky 80s bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is mine.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you're nailing it.
Thought that I would never find someone to love me like you do.
Horribly
Lightens
mixed, by the
up
way.
my mood.
All there, baby.
And I've been holding on for something real. You showed me what's true. Now I can tell you, baby, I'm not the same since you came into my life.
Oh,
Needed
perfect, yeah.
something to change, then found you by my side.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of the rain, cause I have your shining light. Now I smile every time that you're around. You've been running through my mind all day.
Feels like
My
one big-
face is burning
Yeah, that's what I was going
red
for, yeah.
from everything that you've said. And I've been counting down the seconds
so high
till
pitched, like
I
a
can
freak.
see your face. Oh, I can't wait. Baby, I'm not the same since you came into my life. Needed something to change, then found you by my side. I'm not scared of the rain, cause I have your shining light. Now I smile every time that you're around. Baby, I'm not the same since you came into my life. Needed something to change.
That was great.
Thank you.
Good job, dude. I knew you'd kill it. I knew you're like, oh, just.
Well, I did just throw it together. Well, that's the thing is I know I
killed
could have
it.
done a million times better.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
that's
one of
fair.
those things where I was like, God, this isn't as good as I wanted it to be. But
If the more time you have, the better it's
yeah,
always going to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
I think it's better to feel like you're leaving stuff on the table than to know that you've exhausted every resource.
Yeah, right.
I think it generally ends up being a bit better.
Yeah, but my favorite part was the so like I just like stacked vocals of the main hit of the chorus, like ba 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 ba, and so
Yeah,
then
that
the
gets
main
that
the
part was
main
really
part
good.
keeps going with the lyric, but the backgrounds go like ba 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 ba, like just like instead of finishing the line with the lead vocal,
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
goes into just like harmony.
That's genius. I love that.
Yeah.
I couldn't
That
hear
was
it that
very
well on that.
80s. 80s did that a lot.
Can you send that to me? I want to hear it with headphones. I want to hear it.
Sure, yeah. I
Proper.
think I'm gonna do a little bit of mixing before I edit the pod
Okay, cool.
because it's a lot.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm glad
That's
I'm
a
taking
great
the
idea.
train.
Taking the train? Are you going to edit on the train?
Yeah.
You're taking the train? Good for you.
yeah.
Aaron, I think the melody was great. That chorus was such a good chorus.
Thank you.
So what was your goal? What were you trying to do?
I just like what kind of song or like what
Yeah,
like
like-
artists were I going for?
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know. Like I've been trying to think about it this whole time. Like who exactly I was going for. Like I said, there's different
hit it.
elements from different things, but like with the lyrics and the melody, just kind of went with whatever came to mind because I was like, I don't really have time to compare it to things.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna come up with something and whatever works.
On-
I'll make it as 80s as possible.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to do.
I think you nailed it.
Thank you.
nailed it. And I think the thing you did that I couldn't do was it still sounded original,
Yeah.
Still sounded unique. I know you said that was the issue with yours. Sounds kind of general. It doesn't
Yeah.
sound that way to me.
Oh, thank you.
I almost got like a little bit of 1975 out of it.
It was a little bit. Yeah. I
little
feel
bit.
like it could be a 1975
It could be a
song for sure.
1975
I
song.
mean, they're very 80s, like
Mhm. They
stylistically
love the
anyway.
80s.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I was like definitely picking up on.
yeah.
But no, I think you did a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. And yeah, I'm glad that we did this one. So we got to figure out
Me too.
what's next.
Oh no.
So you pick genre this time because I picked 80s pop.
Shit. I didn't I was in bed last night thinking about this and I kept coming up with things and I'm like, no, we can't do that. No, we can't.
I
do
have
that.
one for that I'm going to do next time.
Really?
I already know what I'm going to do for like the 4 weeks from now.
Okay. Okay. I've got it.
Okay.
And this is gonna be a bit of a break
Oh,
for us, I think.
what do you mean? Like easier?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
gonna be easy one.
Okay.
Weird Al style parody.
Okay. I'm down.
What's the joke?
Oh no, we have to write about the same thing?
We have
Oh,
to-
that's hard.
so just like you make a joke about anything, or like what's a style of a joke? Are we making fun of something?
Well, if it's a parody,
Or are we making fun of the song?
well, if it's a parody, that means we need a song to copy. So we're just gonna pick a song.
we can pick our own songs.
Okay.
We can pick our
Okay.
own songs.
It has to be. So it's mainly lyrically.
Yeah. This is all lyrics. I didn't get to
Then
do
I don't
lyrics
think there
this
should
past
be an
week.
emotion.
Okay, that's fair.
If we're just doing a parody, I don't think there should be emotion because that will cap us off kind of. I think like we could go
Any direction
bigger
we
with
want.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if there's one you want to do, but it's
Well,
not
no, we know the
working-
emotion. The emotion's funny.
the emotion's funny. Yeah.
The emotion has to be funny.
Yeah. Comedy.
Comedy.
Pure comedy. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Please, again, subscribe. We'll eat cheese for you. And
Yes, we will.
we'll eat a lot of cheese for you. Thank you all for listening. We will see you next week.